Hey there. So it's been quite a lot of months before I've had a chance to sit back and again record a couple of videos, right? So, what can I say? It was a lot of extra work, a lot of sickness in the last couple of months. So, it was really hard to get back into recording and taking content to you. There were certain rides and all that I did record after the new year, discussing everything. So, when time permits, I will get back to like editing them and sending it to you as well. But more or less, life's been pretty interesting. The last few months have traveled to Lucknow, Kolkata, and a couple of other places just for some events. And it was very engaging, it was very tiring as well, but it was eventful to say the least. So glad to be here and glad to have a chance to talk to you all again. Just thinking creatively about a couple of things that could be done better for the channel. It took me a lot of time to sort of align my way of sort of logging my day. It does take a lot more to sort of sit and think about what is the best approach to maybe record things which would seem interesting to you, would give you sort of like a perspective of different things, and might interest you to do a lot of critical thinking yourself at times. But you could see that my throat and everything and my eyesight and all also needed a bit of a break. Dry eyes, itchiness, and a couple of other things made me blink a lot when I was doing my previous recordings a couple of months back. But then I also sort of released 2 podcasts and had a couple of episodes shot for them, so that took a lot of time. I will link them down below if possible, but I'll just name them out as well, right? So these two are Oratio Podium and The Global Scholar. Pretty interesting stuff. I want to continue it long term. It's just a bit harder to grab a hold of people who are in academia. A lot of them are busy, a lot of them are with very little amount of time, so it becomes harder for us to sort of find a common place to come and talk. But hopefully I'll get a couple of people on board to have discussions soon, rather than just academicians. I think people who are practicing on the ground and doing interesting things across the globe would also be interesting people to sort of go and interview. And yeah, I think that's where we are right now. I was also quite busy administratively going into a couple of other things that I do. So I was re-envisioning how I carry on teaching my students, and if I want to continue with the organization that I was with or not. That took a couple of minutes to figure out in my head, maybe a bit longer, but eventually you do get an idea as to what you want to do from your life, right? So I decided it's better to go standalone. There's a lot of other things that I need to sort out too, so just sort of walking around and thinking how to figure them out as well. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's been interesting figuring things out slowly and steadily, and you get to a point where you sort of have the ability to think critically about where you want to be and how you want to be there. I mean, it's easier for me to get a job. I know I'm not gone down that route, so it might not be very easy, as easy as I'm saying it is, because I don't really have an inclination towards those things. I've never really done a lot of internships and other stuff. But I do know that doing that would not make me super happy. So I just sort of am sticking it out, even if financially and otherwise it's sometimes a bit of a problem. But there are ways in which you overcome those challenges and sort of have different discussions with your brain, where you convince yourself that if you've taken this path, it's something you need to stick through. If you're good enough, if you're working hard enough, money will come at the end of the day. But the beginning, it's best that you stay satisfied with what is that you're trying to achieve, what it is that you're trying to achieve, and what it is that you're trying to do. So just continuing on with that journey, I'll probably give these sort of like updates in the day now more often. I had pretty high fever, so was down for the last week too. So I just have been contemplating coming back into these discussions, but not really being able to. And at the end of the day, we are also planning a couple of competitions, me and a couple of people that I know, and that's also taking a bit of time to sort of plan out. Next up would be figuring out how to expand my own teaching process and my own discussion process with different individuals. So gladly getting back to that as well. Anyways, I didn't want to record a very long video. Just a short update to inform you as to where I have been the past couple of months. Health hopefully permitting, this will be more continuous henceforth. and of course I need to manage my schedule a bit better as well. Not denying that. But anyways, have a great year, everybody. Nice to finally meet you after Holi. For those who celebrated, a very happy belated Holi. See you again shortly in the next video.